Hey everybody, welcome to TPG's World. It's me, TPG. It is the 8th of May, 2021, and I'm sitting here eating a bowl of ice cream, and I thought I'd do a little vlog for you. I've done a couple lives, but let's do a vlog here tonight. And we're going to talk about a bunch of things, so I want to get started. First of all, this ice cream, one of my favorite flavors of ice cream in the world is called Rocky Road. I love Rocky Road, and this is kind of similar. It's called Heavenly Hash. It looks kind of the same, I guess, a little bit the same, but let me try it. It's not bad. It's actually really good. Kind of a generic version, I think. But let's talk about what happened today, because I've had a crazy day. First of all, guys, I'm trying this new lights. I told you I got these lights. Let me show you something. Let's just talk about these lights real quick, because I keep telling everybody I'm going to talk about them. Let me get them. They came, a friend of mine gave me these lights, and they look like this. They're like this. And I want to do a whole video on them, but I'm going to show you guys, just you guys right now, and we'll do another video on them. But they look like this, and they switch into multiple colors, like red, green, blue. Isn't that cool? And you just push a remote control and they change colors. Now the bad part is it controls the lights behind me too with a suit which is on separate remote control. But this is the one that I use for my videos right here. This is the video one I use for my videos. So if it's too bright, if it's not bright enough, tell me whatever. Anyway, I want to do a video on those, but they're kind of cool. Kip gave them to me, my neighbor. I got 4 of them, so I put one in the other light that was so bright, and I put one in my normal light. It kind of lights up enough, I think. I do want to get a ring light, I think. I'm definitely going to get a globe tomorrow for this light, but anyway, that's what I got. So I do probably want to do a video reviewing them, but that's kind of for y'all. So anyway, today I had planned to, because I have my MRI Monday, I'm not going to work. I planned to do something a little productive today. I thought, get up and walk. I'll take Charlie walking. We'll have a good time. So I get up around a little after 8:30, I guess. Gabe's getting ready to go take the trash off. And he says, I got to go to the store and get pancake syrup because I forgot syrup. Because we eat pancakes like usually on Saturday and Sunday morning, because pancakes are like my favorite breakfast food besides waffles. And I said, oh, don't worry about it. I said, I've got cereal. I'll just eat that. Don't worry about it. So I look over, and I have my dog Charlie, and Charlie is a Jack Russell Beagle mix, and Charlie's usually really active and jumpy and everything, especially in the morning time. And I looked over, and Charlie was like totally not like, he was just totally like not moving. He was very lethargic. And I said, Charlie, and at first I thought, oh my God, he's dead, because he was not moving hardly at all. And so I ended up taking Charlie. Come on, baby. Come on, Waffles Alyssa. Come on, Ollie. Hang on, guys. I got to get all the babies in here because they always want to come in every time I do a vlog. Come on, Waff. Come on, girl. You need the invitation. Come on. To invite the Royal Majesty. And come on, girl. And there's her little shadow, Ollie. Waffles is taken to adopting the little Chihuahua as her baby, so they're always together. Anyway, long story. So anyway, finish telling the story. Sorry, guys. I told you I'm ADD. I hope you believe me. I was sitting there, and Charlie was like literally lethargic. So he started shaking. I thought maybe he was having a seizure, so I jumped up. I didn't take a shower. I didn't take my medicine, my heart medicine, my diabetes medicine, and I jumped up, got Charlie in the car, and I rushed him to the SPCA because they have a vet here, a really good vet, and I use him. So I take him in. He's sitting there. He's pretty lethargic. He ends up having diarrhea, so they tell me he can't wait outside in the tent anymore. He's got to go wait in the car. Well, my air conditioner just broke in my car. And by the way, guys, I paid my taxes off yesterday, the money that I did get that done. But anyway, I got some savings. I took some of my savings and saved for vacation and paid that off just because I wanted to go get that done. So that was like $400. So anyway, I got that done. And then, so Charlie and I sit in the car, and Charlie's hot. So anyway, and we literally sit there almost 2.5 hours. Well, the first time I said, a lady called me, they call you on the phone. And they're like, what's going on? And has Charlie had a rabies shot? And I'm like, yes, he's had rabies. I just had him rabies shots a couple of weeks ago. I have his tag. And they're like, well, do you have the receipt? And I'm like, no, but I have the tag. The tag says, vaccinated 2021. They're like, well, we're sorry, that's not what we need. We need proof. And I'm like, that is proof. They're like, well, we got to do it. I'm like, oh, great. So they're just trying to get money out of you. So I said, well, can I go get some food? I said, I'm starving. I haven't had breakfast. They said, yeah, it's going to be an hour, but hurry back. So they said, if we call you while you're gone. I was like, lady, I'm not staying to eat. I'm just going to grab food and come back. So I went and got breakfast because I was, like I said, being diabetic. Sorry, guys. I actually stir my ice cream. It's kind of funny. So I went and got food, and I came back, and we were still waiting, so it got hot. So I took Charlie went for a little walk. Let him go to the bathroom. When he's just kind of barely moving. He's not his usual happy little Charlie self. So we finally get in. They take him back, and they come back. And now this was weird to me because and y'all are probably going to chop me dead because I've never heard of this. Never heard of this, so please be sparing because I didn't know this. We come out, and they tell me, I knew Charlie had been, the other day I touched his ears and he kind of screamed, so I planned to take him to the vet on Monday on my day off. That's part of the reason, besides having the MRI, I was going to go. So they came out and they said, Charlie has his anal glands are very, very impacted. We need to drain them. I'm like, okay. They're like, you should have this done regularly. And I'm like, I've never heard of draining a dog's anal glands. So then they're like, and he also has really bad infected ears, like an ear infection so bad we think it's ruptured his eardrum. I'm like, what the hell? What? This dog is, just, oh my God. I'm like, well, do whatever, needs to be done. They're like, well, it's going to be about $400. I'm like, look, at this point, I don't care. Just get my baby boy better because I don't want him in any kind of pain or anything. And I had no idea. I've never heard of anal glands. So this lady beside me begins to tell me how you can drain your own dog's anal glands. Not happening. I'll pay for it. Thanks. But I didn't know that this was such a thing. In all my life, in all years of head dogs, I've never had anyone tell me you have to drain your dog's anal glands. It's a procedure. So they come out and they tell me he woke up from sedation in the middle of sedation because he had to be sedated. So they put him back to sleep, and they did his nails, and he has a little lump that's developed on the edge of his eye on his back. They're not bad yet, they're getting bad. So they said they weren't cancerous, but they come out and they said, we drained his anal glands. It was very impacted, so he's probably gonna be sore for a day. His eardrums are badly infected. We need you to give him this medication, and we're going to bring him back in a week, and we'll check his ears and see what's going on. We couldn't tell if he's intact or not intact because of this bad infection. Now, I had no idea he had an infection this bad, guys. I didn't, because this dog has never complained until yesterday. So I went in. I was like, okay. And I felt bad because but these people probably think I neglect my dog. So then they tell me, about it. His impacted anal glands and that he's overweight and that he needs to lose 5 pounds as fast as possible because him being chunky causes his anal glands to be impacted at times. I'm like, okay. Now, I'm not draining his anal glands. I'll take him to a vet. And they charge $35. Well, the lady that had told me I can drain him, she told me to take him to a groomer. Because I'm sorry, I'm changing the light. You're shining my face. She told me that groomers can do it. Sometimes they'll do it cheaper. So I'm like, I'll find somebody to drain his anal glands, where I got to pay $35. But they said if he rub his butt across the floor, which he had been doing for a couple of days, and I thought my mom always told me when they had worms, so I've been checking behind him outside when he goes to the restroom. This is probably way TMI for you guys, but yeah, you wanted honest vlogs. I've not seen any worms in him, so I was like, okay, well, this one was another thing I was trying to vet about. So luckily they found that there was impacted anal glands. Well, anyway, I was in the car with him, and Gypsy, my dog Gypsy, has a twin sister, an identical twin sister, who has a wonderful owner, who at times, he takes care of Gypsy and Charlie. He wanted to see Charlie. He was worried about Charlie, so he'd come up to see Charlie, and he offered to pay the bill, and I told him no. Charlie's bill was $400, guys. $400. I about had a heart attack. So I spent $800 in 2 days. Guys, I was literally I'm dying here. So anyway, I was like, all right, but it was whatever I had to pay. And ice cream was good. So it was whatever I had to pay to get my baby better. I was like, I'll pay whatever I had to pay, guys. I don't mind. It's Charlie. It's what it is. What it is. So anyway, I took him out of the car. We're talking to Leon, and it's not hot here. It's just a little nice. We're parked in the shade. And I'm laying there, and Charlie's fine for a minute. And Leo and I are talking, and I'm checking on Charlie. He's sitting in my lap, and he's kind of laying in my lap. And he's kind of hey, dude, whatever, for a few minutes. And then all of a sudden, I see him laying over beside me, and he's like, shaking. I'm like, I lift him up, and his head is like this, and his tongue is out, and he's like shaking. I'm like, oh, shit. And the vet is closed. But they're still in there, but it's closed. I jump out. I'm thinking I'm about to take this dog inside, and I'm about to bang on the door. Like, hey, he's having a reaction. So you got to let me in. You got to let this dog in. I'm not driving to emergency vet. So I look up, and finally he starts he shakes himself free, and he wakes up, and he starts shaking himself. So I'm like, I think he's overheated. And I had given him some water. I had water in the car for him. Don't think I never did. I have a big bucket. I'd given him some water. And right before it happened, he wouldn't drink water. He said he wasn't drinking anything that he probably wouldn't cut for a couple hours because he was still under sedation. So I said, Leo, I gotta go. So I rolled all my windows down, And I held him in my lap. I let him put his head out. And he was fine in like 2 minutes. He was fine once the cool air started blowing him. But it kind of frightened me a minute, guys. It really did frighten me because I thought, oh shit, Charlie's like really, really sick here, guys. This is really crazy. You know, my baby is super, super sick. So I was like, holy crap. But anyway, that's the story of Charlie. Ooh, scary. That's the story of Charlie. Anyway, so Charlie has now been resting all day. He has slept most of the day. He has gotten his medicine for the night. He took his medicine like a champ, guys. He really did. He's doing well. Guys, let me know before I finish. Let me know if you like this lighting in this video. If you think I need a ring light, I'm not real sure on the lighting yet. All these years I've been doing YouTube, I'm still experimenting every day. But anyway, so Charlie's resting. We got him his medicine. He screamed like a baby when he had to put his eardrops in. But I have to go back in a week. So let me finish telling you. I'm not done with story. So anyway, they told me to give Charlie pumpkin. Like they said, not pumpkin filling, like pumpkin, but real pumpkin, like in a can. Give it in his food, and it will help. The fiber will help drain their glands. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to give it to all my dogs if that's the case, so they can all have their anal glands drained, because I'm not doing it. I'm not. And the lady was like explaining it to me, like how to drain their anal glands. Like you put your finger on their butt and you turn it like 4 and 10, I think it was, and like it's supposed to drain out. She said it smells really bad. I'm like, I'm not doing this, lady. I'm sorry, that's disgusting. I'm not. I will literally like throw up. And I love all of my babies, like my children. I love them as much as I love my students, but I'm not draining their anal glands. When there's people that can do that for them, nope. I'll pay to go to the vet. I'll do whatever I have to do to get my babies taken care of, but I'm not draining anal glands. I cannot do that. I'm sorry, it's just gross. So yeah, so anyway, and then they told me to give him pumpkin, and they said he's overweight. Then they said he has some infected teeth, which I didn't know about either, because, so they said he needs to have surgery. And they want him to have surgery they want the thing on his eye taken off and his teeth taken off, but they said they don't do dental work there anymore, so I have to take him to a specialist. So Gypsy's, I call him Gypsy's godfather, the guy that owns Gypsy's sister, identical sister, who has a really neat story. I have to share that story with you sometime about that dog and the journey that she's taken to live with this guy. Anyway, he's like, let me call the vet that we take Gypsy to and see what he says. And he's like, I'll help you pay for it if you want, or whatever. He goes, if I don't want you to ever feel embarrassed. I want to help you. He's like, I'll pay for it or help you pay for it or whatever. But he said, let me call this week and see how much it'll cost, for Charlie to get some teeth done. And the vet wants this thing taken off his eye. It's like a little lump. It's not cancerous. The vet said that both the lumps are not cancerous, but especially the one in the eye, she wants it taken off because it can get bigger and maybe cause blindness or whatever. So to take that off, they want that removed, and they want these teeth removed, these infected teeth. But she said they need to do it all at one time because they don't, whenever they go under, they don't like to put them under too many times. So they're like, well, we can do the surgery, you got to schedule it, but we don't do the teeth. And I'm like, well, that's kind of dumb. Why would I do it here if you don't do both at the same time? But then you're telling me to get it done both at the same time. It made no sense. So we're going to look into Charlie getting surgery. This is not a major surgery he's got to have like right now. But, he's got to get it done as soon as possible because I don't want the thing on his eye to get any worse. So we're looking into that, and hopefully we got a schedule. So probably about 2 or 3 weeks, Charlie's going to have surgery. And he's going to be sedated, and I'm going to have to drop him off and pick him back up and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be crazy, but he's going to be fine, and he's going to survive. But he's home, he's resting, he's been on the couch later. Earlier we had a big cuddle session while he was under sedation. We just laid there, and he just slept and slept, and I petted him and loved on him, and now he's back to his normal. He's laying down now. He's back to his normal self. He's taking his nightly medications and his painkillers. So he's going to bed, he's going to lay down, and he's just chilling for the rest of the night with his brothers and sisters. So that's pretty much what's happened with the dog. I did receive a blessing in the mail from my dad's insurance company. It was a little check for like $1,200, which helped me pay for my thing, helped me pay for Charlie. So luckily God gave me that. If people, and that was really, really good. So I've been blessed with that. Now it's gone because of all this stuff, but it's kind of like when you need, you get a blessing, something, God gives you a blessing, but then they throw something in your way to have to lose it. But I was glad because I was able to take care of my house, which was very needed, the payment on my house, and also I was able to take care of Charlie, which of course was very needed because Charlie, drinking water, guys, Charlie was supposed to go to the vet anyway, so it would definitely take care of. I just didn't realize that he had all that going on. I was kind of like, oh my God, Charlie, I had never had a clue that you were like sick or whatever. And so my baby I was like freaking out, like, my baby's sick. Sorry guys, I'm taking my Mepris off. acid reflux. I wonder what happened back to him. So when I got home, I literally left the vet. I meant for sure. I left the vet at like 11. Like I got there, I left the vet at 1:30. Stopped, got Charlie home, got food on the way. I left the vet. I'll be back in a little bit because that's the funny part story. So when I go to take Charlie back, this is now like daytime, like afternoonish. I'm hungry. Again, have not had my medicine. I said, can I run get something to eat? I said, I'll be right back. I just want to grab a drive-thru, come back. And they're like, well, we don't usually let people leave when they're here. I said, well, look, I'm a diabetic. I said, I got to get some food. I said, he's going back there. She said, well, we really need you. I said, ma'am, look, this is the deal. I'm not going to leave my dog with you. I love this dog more than life itself. This dog is my child. I'm not going to leave him here with you. I promise you I'm going to pay the bill. I'm going to do whatever it takes to pay the bill. It's just how it is. And I was a little like, okay, so, but I'm going to do a video later about the experience I had with a male Karen that I'm going to start calling Chad. I've been finding out today on my Facebook, if you follow me on Facebook, what a male Karen is called. We've decided it's called a Chad. I want to talk about that in my another video, which I'm probably going to film here in a little while. I also want to tell you that my members drawing is going to be done here in just a minute. So if you're a member, please know that I'm going to have a drawing in a second and see who the winner is. So I love you guys, and please remember to subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. If you are new, thank you so much for being here. If you wow, the almonds coming back up. If you're a member, thank you so much for being a member of my channel, for supporting my channel that way with your monthly support. Also, if you'd like to tip me, please feel free to. The link is below. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Check out my live videos. Check out my videos. Pass them on. I just want you guys to know that I love you guys so much, and thank you for the support. It gets me through, especially now when I'm going through a rough period in life. I love you, and take care. See you soon. Bye.